Welcome to OnyxCoin Update Daily, your ultimate source for everything OnyxCoin. We break down market trends, analyze price movements, and bring you the latest updates in the world of OnyxCoin and crypto investing. I want to bring your attention to is this digital asset summit that's happening right now in New York. And of course, one of the highlights for this digital asset summit that was happening from March the 18th to today, on March the 20th, was the fact that Donald Trump was going to be speaking at this event, and he did definitely that there's a 2-minute 41 section where Donald Trump does speak. Of course, if you guys want to listen to it, he will link it in the description down below. But as a summary just from what I thought after watching it is that it's bullish in the sense that the President of the United States of America is bullish on crypto. He's basically talking about it being a mistake to sell their crypto too early, that we should have a long-term view here on crypto, but there's nothing newer in this speech, basically everything that he said. The sentiment that he has on crypto was already recorded at the White House Crypto Summit and through other news articles as well. This is nothing new. He's basically reiterating what should be done here in crypto, the steps that should be done to move crypto forward in the United States, of course. As always, there were some nutters here on Twitter who were basically tweeting about this event that Trump could potentially be announcing that there is a 0-cent tax on crypto, that he might potentially announce that on the White House Summit. So I think a lot of people got excited. This tweet basically sums up on what everyone is feeling right now when Trump doesn't announce no capital gains tax on crypto. So basically, I think a lot of people were expecting him to mention something about that. I can't find the tweet that was it. So here were the tweets that I originally saw from this digital asset summit. Basically, this guy, for example, Donald Trump, will officially announce 0-cent tax on crypto today per Fox News as well, of course. This got quite a lot of reach on this tweet, 200 likes. Next one down, something very similar. Again, quite a lot of views and quite a lot of likes. And basically is of this news as well. And if thought that's going to be very bullish. And you can see that the market start to pump up in the lead up to the Trump speech here. But of course, they've crashed after there was no announcement of that cent tax. So welcome to crypto. If you are new here, this is basically what happens on a near daily basis, of course, in other news as well, Yesterday, we had that Fed meeting, and yesterday it talked a bite about, and the markets have generally reacted well to that Fed meeting, basically. So, of course, the three things that we were looking out for yesterday is what is going to happen to the interest rate. The interest rate was kept the same at 4.5%. What is the dot plot for the Fed? There was supposed to be 2 rate cuts in 2025. And basically the Fed has kept it the same, and basically the speech from Jerome Powell was said to be more dovish than it was hawkish. That means it's slightly more bullish than it was bearish, and all the things that people were potentially worried about, such as the tariffs. Basically in that meeting they were kind of dismissed as only they would have transitory effects on inflation and things like that. And so I think for a lot of people that Fed meeting calmed a lot of nerves, of course, this drop here in crypto in general. That we saw, for example, on Bitcoin could be generally attributed to the fact that people were trying to risk off before this Fed meeting. And now that's all been cleared. That's a big headwind out of the way, and that's why we started to see the market climb over that Fed meeting. Of course, you guys can see, if we goon a closer time frame that occurred there yesterday, and soon after the meeting, we saw quite a nice little pumpify. You look here on Bitcoin is above the 85,000 region, and it is looking very good in my opinions. I think this Fed meeting has had a bullish effect on the market, and it's going to continue to do so, of course, from a technical analysis. From a technical analysis standpoint, I think crypto is in every good position to be going higher over the next few days. For example, here on Bitcoin, we've seen a beautiful bounce from this bullish support that we've had on the since 2023 right now. The prices have actually reclaimed this 200-day every important moving average here on Bitcoin. Of course, you can see that's represented by the blue line, and the prices were trending below it for the past month or so, and what the Fed meeting did was push Bitcoin past this moving average, and we're starting to retest it right now. Of course, if we can stay above 85,000 that's going to be very bullish for Bitcoin over the coming days, in my opinion. On top of that as well, we've seen a nice little crossover here on the MACD. The momentum on the one-day chart in Bitcoin is clearly bullish. So, of course, the larger cap cryptos are looking fine, and in my opinion, if these larger caps like Bitcoin are going to be pumping, then we should see OnyxCoin move in a similar direction to it, of course. Right now on OnyxCoin, we're still in this downtrend, I hate to say it, but we're still in this downtrend at this very current point in time. Things aren't all looking too bad, obviously. We've got that beautiful MACD crossover on the one-day chart facts, and as you can see, despite the fact that the price is actually heading down the bars in the MACD, still increasing in bullish momentum. Of course, it's not much of an increase. It's still just above this line here. But nonetheless, we have seen a crossover on the MACDs. At some point over the coming days, we could definitely see a poffer in the price of course, I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I want you guys to be prepared for any bullish scenario that comes here on the Xeon chart. Of course, what we've also seen over the past few days, in my opinion, is this sort of structure here where we have seen some sort of falling wedge looking a little bit like this, and we have seen a breakout to the upside, of course. This kind of coincides with the fact that we've seen a MACD crossover, so the breakout and the crossover came at the same time. If this is to be respected, then this is the price target we're looking for here on OnyxCoin. Of course, we track the distance between first support to wherever we saw the breakout that was most recently here. And of course, as you guys can see, that sets the price target there at 3.1, so I'm still looking out for this. And of course, if you've not seen it yesterday as well, the lawsuit against Ripple, these lawsuit did get completely dismissed. So originally, the SEC were trying to file for an appeal against Ripple, and basically yesterday it completely got dismissed. So after 4 years of legal action against Ripple, the lawsuit finally got dismissed. And of course, we saw a really strong XRP reaction, of course. That was the pump that we saw yesterday here in the charts. Basically, XRP pumping is very, very good for X, of course. If this bullish momentum can continue here on XRP, if we can do something like this over the next few days. Now that the Fed meeting has concluded, now that these lawsuit has been dismissed, and now that Trump has mentioned what he mentioned at the Digital Asset Summit, we could start to see some bullish price action here. Hopefully here on XRP over the coming days, and if XRP does that, in my opinion, we're going to be seeing that following XN as well, so this on XRP should be the trigger. Of course, if XRP is going down, there is a high chance that XN will just follow it down, as well as we're seeing today for a shoulder shear, and XN is just about being prepared for both scenarios. Of course, we pray for prices. Of course, we pray for prices to start the eating bullish here on. But at the end of the day, if things start to hit bearish here again on crypto, which again, guys, there's always a chance for both sides, then I'm looking at these 5 levels as places of support for us. Of course, if you are a longer-term holder and buyer here on XN, then these 5 levels may present themselves as nice buying opportunities for you. Of course, we could see this, for example, as a support, this 1.1 cents region before the prices start to head back up. And of course, this 1.1 cents area is a strong support here on the price, because as you can see, it's been tested multiple times throughout the history on OnyxCoin. Of course, if we'll lose this 1.1 cents level, next price down, guys, is 0.75s. So just be aware if the prices meaningfully head below down this cents level again, we could be seeing this level as the next support here in the same way as well. We're looking in the same way as well. We can use these fibs to see areas where we could be taking profits in the shorter term, as well as in the longer term. Of course, if prices start to head up here on its squid or first fib, they're at 0.61618, lies up. The first fib up there is at 1.6 cents here on OnyxCoins. So if prices do shoot up quite quickly, this is a good place to set a take profit, in my opinion. If the prices can continue going past this level with enough momentum, then we could see the next price target there at roughly 2.6 cents here on its coin. Quite a big jump, of course. That price target sits at 3.1 cents from this falling wedge, but if prices continue to that next level, we could be looking at as 5 cents as the previous high target there on OnyxCoin. And of course, long-term in 2025, I still think OnyxCoin is capable of hitting these upper 5 level share. Of course, the 1.618 fibus, the goal of the most accurate one there, and if the prices get up to this level, we could be looking at 33 cents as the 2025 target. It doesn't quite reach there, though next fib down, that 1.414 is still think is a good area as a 2025 target. That's basically the previous all-time high here on OnyxCoin at 18s. So any one of these two are my 2025 targets, so still a massive, massive jump from here. Of course, I still think the next few days are going to be pivotal tool here for crypto, basically what the market reacts, basically what the market does over the next few days, could determine the fate of crypto. Are we going to start on a new bullish trend over the next few days, or are we going to continue to head down? Of course, if we start to head down more in crypto, then we could start losing some very serious supports. Share, for example, as is how do you earlier Bitcoin, for example, is close to its support. It's close to its bullish support of 2023, the total crypto market cap, another beautiful chart, hair cup, and handle pattern as you can see, and the prices have come down to retest the resistance of that cup and handle. Of course, right now, if the market cap meaningfully breaks down below 2.4 trillion, the rather num, yeah, this structure could be invalidated and things could get a little bit more bearish here in crypto. So I'm really hoping that the next few days are going to be bullish for the market. So I think the Fed meeting was bullish. I think OnyxCoin is capable of doing something like it did back in more January. Igno, there's going to be a pump like this in the future. We just have to be patient and wait for it. Of course, investing is never easy. All it takes is a lot of patience, and good times will come back here. Talks. Think we will see that in the future. Of course, we just don't know when. So guys, that's basically what I wanted to say here on this video. Just one last thing to send you off with as well. Basically, if you didn't know, OnyxCoin is burning part of their token with every single transaction. Basically, they finally weed out the reason. You can see that with every single transaction that happens on their blockchain, part of it is burnt, part of the transaction fee is burnt. So basically, that reduces the supply here of OnyxCoin, and of course, that reduction of supply means it's at deflationary tokens. So if the demand for OnyxCoin stays the same or increases into the future, then we should see the price appreciate in the longer term as well. So I'm really glad they finally tweeted about this. This was one of the more bullish aspects here of OnyxCoin. Fortunately, the timing for it wasn't very great. It would have been better when we were pumping up here. I think the market would have reacted a lot more bullish to that news. Now we've just seen a little bit of a slump, mostly because of that digital asset summit and Trump's speech. But nonetheless, it's good that the public know about the fact that OnyxCoin is an inflationary token. It's not just inflating away like some other tokens out there. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more OnyxCoin insights.